This week on Previews World Weekly, we take you inside our holiday gift guide, Detective Comics turns 1000, and what are you thankful for? It's the Thanksgiving episode of Previews World Weekly right now. What's up, Previews World, and happy Turkey Day to those of you in the U.S. and the rest of you. We don't care about you. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to this new comic book day, and this is Previews World Weekly. I am one of your hosts, Troy Jeffrey Allen. I'm being joined by
Ashton, and I'm in for Thea this week. She's out for the holiday.
All right. You're the we talked about this before. You made me say this, right?
Yes.
The Duchess of Free Comic Book Day.
Of course, I am. I have to be.
And the Queen of Hot Takes.
Yes.
So we're gonna see what comes out of her mouth today. So this, of course, is the Thanksgiving episode, or the pre-Thanksgiving episode,
Yes.
and we're going to talk a little bit about Black Friday, which follows, of course, at the end of the week. But I wanted to ask you, what are you thankful for this week? Or in comics, actually, I should say specifically, yeah.
Okay, so I have two answers. So the first thing I would say I'm thankful for in comics is the community of comic fans, because I'm definitely somebody that gets really obsessed about things and wants to like freak out and have like huge sessions figuring out fan theories and stuff. So I'm happy to have a community where there are other people that want to do those things.
Yeah.
Also, I am thankful for the escapism you can get in comic books. I like that you can travel to all these different worlds when you read them.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. You know what I'm thankful for?
Tell me.
Segways!
Of course.
All right, so Anna-Mia is going to take over and she's going to show us what's at comic shops this week.
Hey Previews World, Anna-Mia here with a look at what's at comic shops this week. So let's jump on in. And we're just getting started. The world of comics has even more to offer, so stop at a comic shop already, and you might just find your new favorite thing. See ya.
And that's just a small selection of the comics that are available at comic shops this week. So what are you looking forward to, Troy?
I'm glad you asked.
Of course.
Actually, so there's a book coming out called Brat Pack this week. It's from Rick Veitch, I want to say.
Okay.
His name is. So it's one of those things where like I always love to find out about different milestones in the world of comics, right?
Yeah.
And it just so happens that this particular book is kind of like one of those titles that really was like a big indie darling when it first came out. And I've never really heard about it before, so I just kind of want to know more about it.
Yeah.
It's basically about the ugly side of being a sidekick. And it's from Rick Veitch. He's primarily, what I know him from is Swamp Thing.
Okay, yeah.
But he's also done a ton of other stuff. It comes with a nice little gaming intro, and I just like the idea of like a, you know, the nasty side of sidekicks, you know.
Right.
So Brat Pack, that's out this week. You know, just something new, a little bit of comic book history for everybody. What about you? We already know.
Archie 700.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So they're going back to their legacy numbering with 700. And they have 10 variant covers because it's a big deal. I'm very excited. I actually like the cover A though. They have a lot of cool variants, but I'm really into the first cover. Mark Waid is handing over his writing duties to Nick Spencer of The Amazing Spider-Man, with art from Marguerite Sauvage.
Yeah, Sauvage, which is a fun name to say.
It is.
If we're saying it correctly.
Thank you, I'm trying. I think the thing that I'm most excited about for this comic is that it's not a reboot or a revamp of the modern Archie story. Nick Spencer will be building on what Mark Waid has already done.
Right, yeah.
And he's going to be kind of leaning into those Riverdale vibes, so it'll be playing more on the drama and kind of like the soap opera aspect of it. And it's also a fantastic jumping on point because Archie 699 functions as a primer.
Right, yeah. Okay. This is issue 700.
Yes.
When did Archie come out? When was Archie originally come out? What year did Archie originally come out?
1941.
Look at that. That's so good.
I got you.
Like you're just an Archie trivia machine. It's like always amazing. Yeah, no, actually, that's a big milestone. Issue 700. A lot of other anniversaries coming out, which we're going to talk about in the news, of course. Another one of the books that are out this week is Middlewest. We showed a trailer for it last week.
Okay.
It's Skottie Young and Jorge Corona. Something you should check out if you're a fan of American Gods or books of magic. Very much a fantasy book about the Midwest.
Okay.
Also out this week, I know a lot of people are into the Donny Cates Venom verse, as they're starting to call it now. It's something I need to get up on because, like, I'm a big Donny Cates fan, but I haven't read any of the Venom books. So this is a Carnage focus one, so it's called Carnage Born, and it's an extension of all those titles. So if you've been reading Venom or any of the other Venom books by Cates and his crew, then this is a good one to pick up as well. And also shout out to Infinity 8, which is out this week too, which is one of my favorites. I love that book.
That's exciting.
Besides that, PREVIEWSworld.com/new releases. Make sure you go there and check out everything that's out this week. And speaking of new, we're going to take a look at the news this week.
And here's some of the stories we're talking about over at Previews World. First up, Marvel introduced the Age of X-Man. So, though it's left largely unexplained at this point, we do know that Marvel will be releasing 6 new X-Man series, each 5 issues long, and the titles will be launching on a weekly basis starting February 6th. And some of the titles will include The Marvelous X-Men, Next Gen, The Amazing Nightcrawler, The Extremists, Prisoner X, and Apocalypse and the Extracts. And next up is Hellboy Day. On March 23rd, 2019, Dark Horse Comics will be partnering with local comic shops across the country to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Hellboy. In 1994, Dark Horse published Mike Mignola's Hellboy Seed of Destruction, introducing readers to Hellboy for the first time. And they'll be publishing a 25th anniversary promotional edition of Seed of Destruction #1. Next up, Archie Comics is relaunching Sabrina the Teenage Witch with a 5-part miniseries due out March 27th. Kelly Thompson will be writing and Veronica Fish will be doing the art. And this comic will forego the darker elements that underscore the Netflix series and kind of lean on the more lighthearted origins of the characters. And you can expect to see all of the classic characters, her witch aunts, the talking cat, among others.
People love that cat.
Right? And lastly, like the Man of Steel earlier this year, Batman is 80. Big news. So Detective Comics is celebrating its landmark 1000th issue. Batman made his debut in 1939 in Detective Comics number 27, and there's pretty much been a non-stop state of Batmania since. So to celebrate, DC is releasing 2 milestone books, Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman, the Deluxe Edition, and it's going to be a massive hardcover book. It's going to have all new cover art by Jim Lee, some unpublished treasures, and different stories about Batman. And they'll also be doing a collector's edition of Detective Comics 1000. It's going to be a 96-page big boy.
No, I'm looking forward to that one. Like, you see these characters so often, you kind of forget how long they've been enduring.
Right.
And Batman's one of those, like, we act like sometimes like, oh, he's overtaken Superman as like the flagship character, but he's been around almost as long.
Absolutely.
And like, yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm actually really looking forward to that. Also, the Age of X-Man really got my attention. I'm very curious. I'm getting some slight Age of Apocalypse vibes off of it, a little bit of House of M vibes off of it. We'll see what that's about. Seems like they're in an alternate reality and things aren't as peachy as they should be for the X-Men, so I'm all for that. Looks like it might be a good jumping on point. Very interesting. So speaking of interesting stuff, there's also tons of new toys and collectibles and statues hitting your local comic shop today. So Natasha is here to tell us and show us just some of the stuff available this week.
Hey Previews World! Here's this week's rundown of some of the toys, statues, and collectibles hitting store shelves for the first time. Let's take a look inside the Previews toy chest. That's not all. Before heading to your local comic shop, be sure to check out PREVIEWSworld.com/new releases. There you'll find a complete rundown of everything a toy collector could possibly want.
And thanks, Natasha, for showing us some of the stuff available at local comic shops this week, such as Batman Who Laughs, which actually makes a really great gift, which it just so happens we're going to now talk about the holiday gift guide and all the cool things that are available at your local comic shop. So
yes, I'm very excited about this gift guide. It's here. We have it.
yeah.
We are attempting to make someone's shelf merry and bright. Or if you have an elf on the shelf, they need some toys.
There you go. Keep them company.
So comic shops are a great place to do your Christmas shopping because you can kind of hit all of the pop culture fans in your life with, you know, comic books, graphic novels, there's toys, apparel, everything.
Yeah.
And with our gift guide, we really tried to highlight that there is something for everyone. And it's broken down into all those different sections I just mentioned. And it gives you over 200 ideas, so
yeah, which is
you got to be
impressive,
able to
right?
find something, right?
And this is something that we do every year.
Yes.
But like, it's cool because like the gift guide is available on our website.
Yes.
But it's also available in comic shops because we've sent these to comic shops around the country. And it's broken down into different categories. So what you get is a little bit of different, like, you know, different dollar amounts, but also different like type of genres for different type of fans.
Yes.
So, and we have some of the stuff on the table right now. So for example, we have the 25 and under crowd,
Yes.
right? Not the not
the
25-year-olds.
age group,
Right. But you can, like, not for those who need to rent a car, but like, for example, the Deadly Class media tie-in, which actually, I love Deadly Class. I just got to point that out. But yeah, this is a media tie-in for the upcoming sci-fi series, which actually features, I want to say it's about like the first 6 issues of the book, of the series, the sci-fi book, the sci-fi series is based on.
Okay.
And you can also pick up books like the Dark Knight's Metal series if you have a Batman fan in your family.
Yes.
And this is, of course, was a very popular series.
Right.
And if you're looking for something a little bit more expensive, we also can go a little bit higher up, right? Fantastic Four by John Byrne, the Omnibus, right? We have plenty of Omnibuy available
Yes.
at your local comic shop. And we have stuff on the website also designated for gamers,
Yes.
right? So you get like the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia and a ton of other cool stuff. I think there's a Mario Nindroid in there, and like, you know, we have apparel for different video games and superhero stuff and stuff like that. So, and also one of the things I know you love, Star Wars: The Art of the Last Jedi. Tell us about The Last Jedi, Ashton. Don't tell us about The Last Jedi.
We don't have that kind of time.
So yeah, so all these things are available at your local comic shop, and Black Friday is coming up, and I know a lot of comic shops are probably going to have sales on
course.
Friday. So yeah, make sure you support these, support your local comic shop this week, and we're going to give all this away.
All of
And
it?
I think we're missing something, aren't we? Are we missing Pickle
Pickle Rick.
Where's Pickle Rick?
Pickle
Oh, he's
Rick.
right next. There you go. There you go. So also, of course, toys are available. I mentioned the Mario Nindroid, but like there's tons of just, you know, there's stuff from Diamond Select Toys, there's stuff from the DC Collectibles line, but yeah, we're gonna give these all away. So how can people win these?
So comment on the video wherever you're watching it, Facebook or YouTube, and tell us what you're thankful for in the world of comics. You have until noon on Friday to leave us your comment, and then we'll pick our winner from all of those comments.
Yeah, awesome. And go ahead and make sure that you go to PREVIEWSworld.com/holiday gift guide.
Yes.
And you know, if your comic shop doesn't have it, you can ask them to order it for you, of course, because all these things are currently available for Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you want to, whatever,
all of them.
whatever thing, whatever holiday of your choice there is, and yeah, so that's it.
Absolutely. So I have to ask you,
Uh-oh.
what are you thankful for in the world of comics?
Trailers.
Of course.
We're going to take a look at Uncanny X-Men #1 from Marvel Comics. Here you go.
Where is Kitty Pryde? Where is Kitty Pryde? Where is Kitty Pryde? Where is Kitty Pryde? Where is Kitty Pryde?
And that is Uncanny X-Men #1 from Marvel Comics, part of the 10-week event that Marvel's currently doing. Worked by A. Bryson and Mark Bagley, so definitely check it out. We were talking a little bit about Age of X-Man, which I think this disassembled storyline is a bit of a transition into that arc. So
Could be.
Some interesting shakeups in the X office, I think.
Right.
So now we're going to get into everybody's favorite segment,
which is?
The Social Swamp, right?
Yes.
Just so happens that Ashton and I are both the free comic. Well, you're the free comic day Halloween Comic Fest promotions and what is it again?
Publicity and Promotions
This is so long.
Associate.
It's a lot of words, a lot of syllables in that one. Publicity and Promotions Associate. So you handle the Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for them, and I handle the Twitter and Facebook for Previews World. So we see all the horrible things you guys say, and we're going to tell Santa Claus, but just so happens this week you said quite a few nice things. We had a few trolls in the mix too.
As always.
But they said they told us what they were thankful for. So we're going to talk about that right now, and we're going to do it on the Social Swamp.
So this week we asked you to tell us some of the things you're thankful for in comics, and we're going to read out some of your responses. So from Winterteeth4. I'm thankful that I can still be pleasantly surprised by superhero comics like Kate's Cosmic Ghost Rider or King's Mr. Miracle. From Peyton, I'm thankful for all the amazing new Vertigo and Sandman Universe books, love Border Town and The Dreaming. Also grateful for the great all-ages books like Lumberjanes, MLP, and Steven Universe. Cosplay Flower says, I'm thankful for the X-Men because through the differences with powers, they come together and fight for a world who fears them and doesn't like them. I felt that's what let me overcome how different I am.
Nice.
And finally, from Negage Guy, he's thankful for the real Stan Lee, of course. May he rest in peace.
Nice. So it's no fair. Like I saw a lot of people saying they're thankful for Stan Lee.
Right. It's timely.
Yeah, and I mean, no, it is timely, but I was like, I'm going to include one of these. I have to.
You have to.
We got to close with that one. That was a great one. Yeah, there were some really cool ones, and I'll try to share those throughout the week as as we approach Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But yeah, it was always cool. And yeah, did you have anything else you were thankful for?
No, but you still haven't told us what you're thankful for.
Okay, all right, okay. I keep kicking the can down the road. Okay, so I did give this some thought.
Okay.
I just was really addicted to transitioning out of segments today.
It worked so well.
It worked so well.
I can't be mad.
Yeah, like Stan Lee did pass away last week, and I'm actually thankful because my dad gave me a book called Marvel 5 Fabulous Decades of the World's Greatest Comics, which is a mouthful, but it was literally a tome about, at the time, what was Marvel's 50 years of existence. And it was like a very great overview, and I think I was probably, it was like 1991. So I was probably about 10, I want to say. Yeah, I was like 10 years old, and I just ate that up. I just loved it. And it just so happens that I had to do a tribute to Stan Lee this week, and I actually opened it up for the first time, and it's falling apart now, the book itself. But I opened it up for the first time in a while, and I used it as a reference in my in the piece I had to write about him. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. I thought that was a great gift, and it was a Christmas gift, and I still have it. So there you go.
That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah. And that's it for us, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, I guess so. was that a good note to end on?
I think so. I loved that, though. That was really beautiful. I liked that.
Yeah, this has been Previews World Weekly. Actually, I want to point out that everybody who's participated in our Social Swamp segment this week for giving thanks for the comic industry will also be included in the Holiday Gift Guide contest. So you all have the potential to win, and we're going to pick you guys on Friday. And that's it for us. So.
Right.
Yeah, Previews World Weekly. I have been Troy Jeffrey Allen, and
I am Ashton.
And we'll see you guys at the Spinner Rack. Happy holidays.